Who are you? I want answers and I want them now. Man, that's a nice shirt. Hey, listen, man, you think you can help me out? I went to a party last night and my wallet got stolen. Tell me about the kissing. Oh. Sorry, but my sister just couldn't handle speaking here today. No! George! Bowl fans, the big game is here. And I have the perfect prank gift for you.
And he just kissed 2 people in a row.
Are you wondering what's going through my head? Perhaps you're thinking, why haven't I killed you yet?
This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and I'm thrilled today to be speaking with acclaimed New York City-based actor, NICHOLAS GAROFOLO. And NICHOLAS, I just even the audience seeing a bit of your incredible talent through your reel. I want to know, NICHOLAS, where were you born and when did you realize that you had such a love of acting?
I was actually born in the Bronx in New York City, and I actually grew up playing sports. I did not want to do acting. My friend was doing a film in 1999. He said, oh, come on, be in my film, be in my film. And I kept saying no. And finally, I gave in and I did join in on the film. And ever since then, I've been acting.
That's amazing. Well, you've obviously studied with some of the best teachers in Manhattan, including Gene Frankel and Peter Miner. I want to know, in addition to, obviously honing your craft, you've also had the opportunity to work on some really incredible projects, but also projects during the pandemic. You've been very busy. Talk to me a little bit about, A, some projects pre-pandemic that you're most proud of that people maybe can check out, and then also B, some projects that you worked on during the pandemic that you're already getting acclaim for.
Yes, right before the pandemic hit in the end of 2019, I did a film which was called 2020, and it won the best psychedelic fantasy short film at the Retro Avant-Garde Film Festival right here in New York City. And in the last 30 days or so, it's also been accepted at the Buenos Aires International Film Festival, and it's going to be on the Afterlife Film Festival. The film is also going to be picked up by Trauma, Lloyd Kaufman's horror films. And that did pretty well, I thought, for us. So we're going to do the next chapter called Blood Fear in November. So during the pandemic, basically to relieve some boredom, I started shooting a film called Insomniac Frightmare Killers. I didn't have access to a black magic or, top of the line equipment, but I did it anyway. And it took me about 6 months to go from start to end. It was very experimental. And that actually has appeared in 2 film festivals already.
Absolutely incredible. And what I love so much about Nick, your story, is that even as a kid, you might not have gone after the acting or it was something that you were pursuing, but that it was almost like your bliss reminded you through this person who said, oh, come on, just do this thing. And that you just fell into it with abandon, that childlike sense of wonder that I can still see in your eyes and in your countenance. What do you, in looking back at your life, can you now that you're doing the thing, can you look back even when you weren't interested in acting, a love of movies or TV or actors and actresses?
Oh, for sure. When I was growing up, one of my best friend's father was the manager of a movie theater. And when I was in college, I actually worked in a video store. So I actually had been around, film and, I can't say that I was in the industry, but I was actually seeing a lot of films back in the day. And,
it was seeping into your bone marrow without you even knowing it.
Yeah, I guess so. And the sad thing is, if I could get my DeLorean and go back in time with Christopher Lloyd, I would have gotten into acting a little bit earlier.
You know what, Nick, listen, I hear you, but I'm just such a firm believer that people do what they need to do when it's meant to happen. And you are such an amazing actor. You also, who's to say that if you started earlier, you might have burnt out, you might have just been like, because I feel like, just based upon what I've seen of you thus far, is that, and as a director, dare I say, because I am a director, that you have a very specific, authentic, not only acting style, but a look and an optic. And I think that you're meant to be going into your stride now. I think it's just all meant to be.
I certainly hope so. I mean, I just keep looking forward and saying, you know what, I'm going to get something, down the road, or this is going to be a big break, or this is going to be a good shot. So I just keep positive and keep going forward as much as I can.
Well, look at my friend, and I'm sure, you've heard this said by many actors, directors, anyone in this business, you just effing never know. But as if you stay, I love this, I forget who said it. Some actor who won an Oscar once said they were like in their 70s and they held it up and said something like, and this is what happens when you stay at the table long enough. I mean, it's just about staying at the table.
Yeah, just staying at the table and keep working at it, keep working on your craft, keep developing, keep creating new projects, keep getting your work out there, and just keep going forward. That's really all that you can really do.
Absolutely, Nicholas. Well, listen, before I ask my final question, I want to let everyone know, for more on the incredible Nicholas, you can read more about him right below this video. Nicholas, what are you most optimistic about moving forward after this crazy pandemic time? As things start to open up, what are you most looking forward to in terms of the art that you are going to either be a part of, create?
I think when this pandemic kind of passes by, the industry is going to open up like gangbusters, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities. And lately, I've been doing some side projects with Alara Pictures, who's pretty big. And then I think getting some films picked up by Trauma is really good for me. And I'm really optimistic about the upcoming year for myself. I really am.
Well, Nick, God bless you. God bless your optimism. God bless your talent. And I'm so excited that you're now going to be joining the FENIX family, the app in which you will not only be able to be connecting with artists and fans around the country, but around the globe. And I'm so grateful for your time today, Nicholas. Thank you.
I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to talk to you today.
Thank you.